Coming up, I'm going to be talking about Disney Plus on the PlayStation 5, an update on Star Wars The Acolyte, and much more. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at disneyplus.com. It's Wednesday, it's time to jump into some of today's big Disney Plus news. Let's start off with the PlayStation 5, which now you can now have a brand new version of the Disney Plus app, which will offer 4K content. So it's also been updated for Star Plus in Latin America. So if you're a PlayStation 5 owner, you can now try out the new app, so you want to download it. It's good that it's arrived. I mean, it's just, why is it taking so long? I mean, the PlayStation 5's been out for years, Disney Plus has been out for years. Don't know why it's taking so long, but at least now we can watch stuff in 4K on PlayStation. But yeah, so that's pretty cool news. Moving on from there, if you are a Disney Plus subscriber in Canada, good news, the Barbarian is going to be arriving on Disney Plus on the 26th of October. Now, internationally, it's going to be a little bit different because the Barbarian's cinema releases are all over the place. I mean, it's coming out on the same day in the UK, but in cinemas, and it's coming out, yeah, it's all over the place. So expect it to drop all over the place. In the US, I suspect it'll end up going over to HBO Max, maybe Hulu, because it's still got that last little few months of that contract. So hopefully then once we get to January, we can get HBO stuff and get all that out of the way. Last year it was revealed that Disney was developing a brand new Latino-centric adaptation of the best-selling book Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day for Disney Plus, and it'll be following a Mexican-American family. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Eva Longoria is going to be playing Alexander's mother, and also George Lopez is going to be playing the family's grandfather, who's also a tough biker. This is a remake of the 2014 film. Kind of feels a little bit rushed to be doing it, but at least now we're kind of seeing this one coming together. Filming is set to start in the spring in New Mexico, so it's probably going to be a while until it hits Disney Plus. Maybe the end of next year or the beginning of 2024, but at least now we've got a little bit of an update on that one. Also, just a quick note as well, Disney has announced that its next quarterly financial results is going to be taking place on Tuesday the 8th of November at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time. What's interesting about these events is usually this is where we find out an updated number of how many subscribers Disney Plus has. We also find out a few like little snippets. Sometimes we get stuff, sometimes we don't. But with the ad tier launching just a few weeks after this event, hopefully we get a little bit more information on that one. But yeah, so just be aware of it. Hopefully we'll find out a little bit more about there. But again, with these investor calls, don't go expecting lots of big announcements regarding shows and stuff. That's not what it's about. It's about the business side. And finally, we've got a quick update on The Acolyte, a brand new Star Wars series that's been in development. Filming is set to begin later this month, and filming is set to take place right through till May next year. So with that there, it's not expected to arrive on Disney Plus until 2024 because there's a lot of special effects and stuff that has to go into it. The Buy Spin Bulletin has put some images up of a brand new set that's being built here in the UK. It's similar to what they've done with Andor. They're going to be doing a lot more sort of physical sets, which I think is good. I mean, I think like Andor just looks so much more impressive. I like the volume, the stagecraft stuff that they do. But not every single scene needs to use it. I think it needs to be used a little bit more all over the place depending on what's needed. But yeah, I like real sets. It just looks a little bit more realistic. And yeah, but the fact that, as I said, it's not going to be finishing filming until late next year definitely means we're going to have to wait a good, probably 6 months to a year until we see it drop onto Disney Plus. I don't think that's a bad thing. We've got loads of other shows in the meantime to look forward to. We've got like Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew, so loads of great things to be looking forward to. And finally, since it's Wednesday, let's now talk about some of the big Disney Plus releases today. So the big one I would say, obviously, in addition to a new episode of Andor and the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, we've got a brand new Australian series, Shipwreck Hunters Australia. So all 6 episodes are available now. Something I'm going to be watching this week. I haven't got around to watching them yet. But yeah, so that one's going to be a big one. We've also got some other new content arrive. For example, in Australia, New Zealand, and in Canada, they got all of the seasons of King of the Hill, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, and like here in the UK, we got some new seasons of Grey's Anatomy Station 19, and just, yeah, again, just loads more original stuff like American Horror Story, and all the Star originals. But yeah, some really good stuff. But let me know what you're going to be watching today on Disney Plus. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. And I shall see you guys soon. Laters. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.